Career Portfolio Cafe with Walden Career Services. I'm Senior Career Services Advisor Nicole Skelski, working out of the Minneapolis, Minnesota academic offices of Walden. Today we are going to be discussing the importance of building a career portfolio to distinguish yourself in the marketplace. For those of you not familiar with the Career Services Center, here is a slide of our team members. All of us work out in the Minneapolis office. Our mission is to educate, coach, and advise our learners to proactively manage their careers. So I would like to start out by asking you all a question. How familiar are you with career portfolios? And today we're going to be specifically talking about building an e-portfolio, an electronic portfolio. So please use the question function on your GoToWebinar control panel to type in your answers. This is an open question. Are you creating and learning about a career portfolio for the first time? Are you updating or improving a current portfolio, or maybe you have a tangible binder portfolio and you're interested in learning how to convert it to an electronic portfolio? Or are you unsure of what an electronic portfolio is and you're here to learn more? So are you kind of a beginner, want to update an existing one, convert a tangible or hard portfolio? And I'll give everyone a minute to chime in. Okay, we have lots of answers coming in. Most of you, it looks like, first-time portfolio learners. Great, we're so excited to have you all here. I really want to thank you for joining. Many people know what one is, have some materials, but unsure how to make one. Okay. Some experience, want to learn more, beginners. Looks like most of you are beginner, first time. Excellent. Well, welcome everyone, and thank you for really taking the initiative to join us today. Many of you have resumes, but not familiar with the concept, and some of you want to convert. Okay, excellent. That's phenomenal. Thank you all for sharing. Really good feedback here. Okay, great. So today's agenda. So we're going to learn what a career portfolio is, and this is to differentiate from a learning portfolio. We're really talking about career portfolio here, to market yourself for a job search and in the labor market, and why it's so important these days. Discover what should be included in your e-portfolio, and then how to build a strong e-portfolio using the Career Services OptimalResume Portfolio Builder that you can access from our website. And I'm going to show you today, give you a little demo on how to access that and start your portfolio. Okay, so what is exactly a career portfolio? And again, we're talking about in the context of building an electronic portfolio, although the same rules would apply, the same concept for a binder portfolio. But since we're online learners and most of the job search is online and with social media, e-portfolio is really the thing to do today. So it's a visual representation of your skills and abilities, your work experience, and your personal qualities. It's also in an organized format. It's a collection of your accomplishments and contributions from your previous work experience, and it really gives an employer a feel of what you can provide and what you can accomplish going forward by going beyond just telling, like on the resume with just text, but also really showing your work and demonstrating and showing proof of it. It provides evidence by showcasing the results of your accomplishments. Okay, why should I create a career portfolio? Again, a career portfolio brings your work and accomplishments to life in a visual format and representation. It demonstrates not only your skills and ability, but the results and the outcomes of your work. It's a fantastic way to differentiate yourself from the competition in your job search and in the interview context. It helps you prepare for and communicate clearly in the interview. You can fill in the gaps that are not communicated on your resume or cover letter, and establishes the habit of documenting your accomplishments. So again, the job search is all about selling your accomplishments, and the portfolio is a way to bring it to life. Okay, so now we're going to talk about what goes inside the career portfolio. And this could be also an example of the order. I mean, a good order would start out with your career summary and goals. And this can be just, you know, one paragraph or a couple bullet points of summing up your career, your recent career path, maybe within the last 5 years, who you are as a professional, the environments you've worked in, types of industries, and what your area of expertise is. And your professional mission statement would be like, what are you here to provide value for in the workplace? What's your professional mission statement? As a professional, how do you provide value? You can include your professional resume, which you can also create in OptimalResume. Include work samples, so this could be writing samples, PowerPoints, videos, graphics, and it's not just for graphic designers, again, just for academics as well. You could, if you're making a career transition, you participated in an internship, you could showcase if you did program development, you've created any trainings or workshops, sharing samples of that, any honors and awards. And what you would want to do is scan in these documents, your work samples, your honors and awards. Well, your work samples would already be electronic. If they're already electronic, they're ready to go. If you have paper copies, you would scan them so that you would have an electronic copy of them. If it's relevant to your field, like social work or teaching, your licenses and certifications, if you have testimonials or letters of recommendations, your volunteer experience, if you've participated either presenting at a conference or delivering at delivering a workshop, or vice versa, attending conferences and workshops. So those are some examples of the things that you might want to prepare before you start creating your portfolio. And before we dive into OptimalResume, I just want to show you of an example of what the finished product might look like when you build it in OptimalResume. So this is an example professional e-portfolio. It's actually a template that's built out in OptimalResume. So notice up here, you can create categories or what are called projects. And then within each project, you can upload documents. So here is the resume and cover letter. So you would include your resume and cover letter in this project and any necessary background information to employers. And again, this is just an example. You could start out with your career summary, your professional mission statement. That could be your first project. But here we have, and then you upload the resume and cover letter. And when you can actually share a link to your portfolio, and it can be private with a password protected, or you can share it with employers. So notice this person put the first project, resume and cover letter, and then some letters of recommendation. And the next page, they have references, writing samples, and certifications. A certificate of completion for computer skills, a copy of a writing sample, a press release that they drafted, and notice there's a little description, and list of professional and character references. So going back to page 1, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 projects with documents uploaded in each area. Okay, So now we're going to get to the part on how do I create my e-portfolio. So today we're going to give a high-level overview of how to use the Optimal Resume system to start your e-portfolio. And I'm going to show you where to browse some of the templates and how to access the system. So first thing you want to do is go to the Career Center website, which is careercenter.waldenu.edu. And you see I have a big red arrow here pointing to Optimal Resume Access. So again, from the Career Center website, careercenter.waldenu.edu, you can access Optimal Resume. And when you click on Optimal Resume, it'll take you to the Optimal Resume homepage. And if you're a new user, you see where I have circled in red. If you're a new user, you click on one of those buttons, either one is the same, the new user up in the upper right or in the middle, and you set up an account to access Optimal Resume. If you've already set up an account, you can just log in with your username and password. So what I'm going to do now is show you that. So here we are in Optimal Resume. And I'm an existing user, so I'm just going to go to the login. And I'm going to put in my email and password. After, again, if you're a new user, you'll want to go to the new user and set up an account. But I already have my login, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. And once you log in, you're in what's called the Document Center. And there's the Resume Builder, the Letter Builder, the Portfolio Builder, the Interview, and the Website. So you notice today, of course, we are talking about the Portfolio Builder. So these are different sample portfolios that I've created for different reasons and different programs. So what you're going to do is go to Create New Portfolio. And this is kind of the flow of it. Up here, you're going to name your portfolio, add the different projects like we discussed in the PowerPoint. Then you're going to upload your files, and then you have your portfolio done. And there's also watch a video for an overview of the Portfolio Builder. So that's really how you get started. So I'm going to name my portfolio Professional Portfolio. I'm just going to call it 1 and start my portfolio. Now here, you can do one from scratch or you can browse the templates. So here, I'm going to browse a template. And here are the different templates. Admissions portfolio. If you're seeking admission to college or graduate school, a chronological, but we're working on a professional portfolio. So this is the sample I showed in the email. You would click on use this template. Again, you don't have to use a template, you can create one from scratch. And here you can reorder the projects as well. I would click on use this template if I want to use it. And then it'll open for me. And then I'm ready to go. I can upload my documents with these up and down arrows. Like let's say I want my resume first. I can move that first and have the cover letter second. I can select these because these are in the template, and I can delete them and upload my own cover letter and resume. So these are from the sample, so you'd want to delete them. Again, you can reorder them. That's basically how to edit. You can edit and view and download the document. And these two, you can move around. You can click on, let's say, I want my references last, so I can just click on it, hold it down, and move my references to the end. Here you can, and it'll move it for me. The references are at the end. I can add another project if I want to, etc. So once you've completed your portfolio, you can rename it, delete it, save it as a zip. But here's the important part, is to share it. There are two ways. You can take this unique link, copy and paste it into a message, and forward it to career coaches if you want us to provide a critique for you, or to employers. And you can click on the share button where you can post your portfolio on social media sites as well, such as LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. But here is your unique link to share it. So that is how to use the Portfolio Builder. So if you're a new user, I definitely suggest that you set up an account and get logged in. This is a sample of the Optimal Resume homepage, the Portfolio Builder, where you can actually, you'll see where it says samples. You can see sample resumes, sample cover letters, and sample portfolios. So now at this point, I am going to open it up for questions. Oh, sure, interested in learning how to start from scratch? Of course. Any other questions about the portfolio before I go back into the Optimal Resume system? So I'm going to go back to the Document Center and go again to create a new portfolio. Then you have to name your portfolio and start it from scratch. So I'm going to call it Professional Portfolio 2. And then start from scratch. So here, you're going to put a name on the project. So here maybe I want to put my career summary. You probably don't need a description because when you add the files, all you're going to do is continue and add your file. So you would have a career summary written out like in a Word document. When you put continue and add files, you upload a file or link to a website, name the file, and then save it, and then return to your portfolio. And so there's my career summary. I didn't add the file. You can add files here as well. And then you go on to the next project. So basically, then you add another project. Maybe that would be your resume and cover letter. You can add one over here. You add projects. So this is the flow. Add projects, add files. You name it, choose the file, upload it, save the file, and return to your portfolio. And that's it. That's all you do to create a portfolio from scratch. Remember, you can move the order of the files around. You can move the order of the projects around. You're welcome. Very good question. Michelle says, is this available for alumni? Yes. If you still have your Walden email address, you can set up a new account as a new user in Optimal Resume. If you do not have your Walden email address, I would contact Alumni Services and make sure you set up an account with them and you get an alumni portal. And if you still have problems, then you can email us on the website, careerservices@waldenu.edu, and we'll make sure Once you set up an account, and as long as Walden has Optimal Resume, it's free. You can continue to use it. It's your account and your login. You can create as many resumes and letters and portfolios as you like. Okay, another question. How would you use this portfolio in addition to a CV? Well, remember, a CV is like a resume. It's a written document with text, where the portfolio goes way beyond the resume. You can include your resume, cover letter, remember samples of your work. It brings your work to life and demonstrates your accomplishments. Okay. If there are no more questions, if you would like your resume or career portfolio critiqued by an advisor, you can schedule a one-on-one appointment through your My Walden portal and send a link to your portfolio, which I just showed you how to do. Oh, how do you connect your ePortfolio to LinkedIn? Okay, so at the end where I was showing you the demo, when you go to the top of your portfolio when it's complete and click share, it creates a link that you can share on social media. A URL is a link. That's all it is. Thank you, Michelle. Well, I hope you've learned about career portfolios. We have a LinkedIn group that we encourage you to join. We're on Twitter. We have a YouTube channel of student success stories. Facebook. We have a blog with amazing written career success stories. Sorry about that. So please connect with us, whatever works best for you. At the bottom, you'll see our website, careercenter.waldenu.edu, and our career services email. Okay, looks like one more question. When you have a company you are interested in, you provide the link. Well, first I would definitely establish a relationship with them. There is a way you can share that link on your LinkedIn profile, and that makes it available to anyone. So on your summary on your LinkedIn profile, I would just invite people to view your portfolio, and they can click on the link and view it right from your profile. And if you want to reach out to a human resources person at a company, invite them to view your LinkedIn and share your portfolio on your LinkedIn. That's a great way for people to see all of the above. Actually, we do have a webinar available for careers related to Twitter. It's on our website under the archive webinars. And you all are very welcome. I hope you all enjoyed the session and have a wonderful evening. We also have, this is recorded, so it will be archived on the Career Center website. Again, have a wonderful evening, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.